Price action trading strategy is one of the most popular methods in trading. Some traders believed instead of relying on indicators, it is better to watch the price movements itself, because most indicators are derived from price and therefore indicators are always lagging. There is a debate whether using a lagging indicator is bad for your trading, as some might argue it will provide more reliable signals. However, today's video will be focusing on testing if the price action strategy is profitable. Despite there are many tutorials about price action strategies, so far, I haven't seen any videos that provide data to prove its effectiveness. One of the reasons is it is difficult to implement such a strategy systematically in the first place. Price action is often used by manual traders where they'll monitor price closely and trade on the behavior of price movements, but the way how traders interpret meaningful behaviors are often subjective. It took me some time to figure out how to implement the price action strategy systematically. I go on finding some quality price action trading ideas and found the video created by Wysetrade. The video where they shared their price action strategy has an astonishing 75k likes. With the amazing number of support to back their version of price action strategy, I think it's useful to test if the strategy is working. The concept is that we use the 50 EMA as the baseline to decide if the primary trend is bullish or bearish. We wait for the price to retrace back to the 50 EMA, this retracement is the short-term trend line. If the price reacts to the EMA and reverse and break the short-term retracement trend line and continue to move in the direction of the primary trend, we take the trade in the same direction. In order to trade the strategy systematically, I made some fine-tuning and the logics are as follows. We buy when the price closed above the 50 EMA and break above the short-term trend line. We sell when the price closed below the 50 EMA and break below the short-term trend line. We use a trailing ATR to exit the trade when the price goes against our position by more than 1.5 ATR. In my backtest, I'll be evaluating the performance of this strategy on the daily chart, and the assets I used for testing this strategy are the US dollar to Japanese yen, Euro USD, Pound sterling to US dollar pairs, stock indices such as the S&P 500, Nasdaq, and Dow Jones. To keep the results relevant, the testing period starts from 2015 to 2020. First, I checked the US dollar to Japanese yen pair. We have a good number of closed trades generated from the signals by this strategy. However, the profit factor is below 1, meaning we are making a loss after 141 trades. The win rate is also below 50%, so the performance on US dollar to Japanese yen is not satisfying. Next, I checked the Euro USD pair. The performance is much better, with a profit factor of 1.2 and 106 closed trades. The downside is that the win rate is only around 30% and the max drawdown is quite high. Then I checked the pound sterling to US dollar pair. Again, the performance is not up to standard, so we quickly skip this pair. Next, I applied the strategy on the Dow Jones Index. We can see that we have more than 300 closed trades for the period and a profit factor of 1.2. Our net profit is around 65% while our max drawdown is 25%. Similar to the Euro USD pair, the drawdown is high, and the win rate lied on the low side. The S&P 500 also has a similar performance as the Dow Jones Index. And if we trade the strategy on the QQQ, it will lead to losses. In summary, my test has proven that the price action strategy is profitable when trading the Euro USD, S&P 500, and Dow Jones Index daily charts in the past 5 years. We can see the return of the price action strategy can recover from significant drawdown and end up being profitable when traded on the right asset. However, the disadvantage of this strategy is the win rate is lower than average and the drawdown is high. Traders should trade the price action strategy with caution, carefully selecting the right asset, time frames, and parameters for your strategy are critical for your success in trading this strategy. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Leave your comment below on which strategy you want me to cover in the coming videos. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.